Hey guys, my name is Yohan, and welcome back to my channel, Yo Frags. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and we will be talking about a fragrance I mentioned in my top 5 summer niche fragrance video, Amouage's Beach Hut Man. I do have a love for this fragrance. I did have a full bottle at one point. I did return it, and only reason being was I felt it was redundant for what I was using it for. At the time, I had the 100 milliliter Beach Hut Man and then 100 milliliter Xerjoff's Torino 21. I ended up picking Torino 21 as my signature summertime freshy scent over Beach Hut Man, and I'll go over why in this video. But eventually, after getting rid of Beach Hut Man, I actually got a request for Torino 21 at a price I could not refuse. So I ended up selling that as well. And here we are. I got a smaller version of Torino 21, and I actually want to repurchase my bottle of Amouage's Beach Hut Man. This is discontinued, so it's slightly harder to get your hands on now, but Joma Shop, and I think also Max Aroma, but more recently Joma Shop has had this in stock on and off for about a month, and for a pretty reasonable price. You could pick it up for around 170 to 180, even in most aftermarket communities. The top note we have here, the top notes, is mint, galbanum, orange blossom. In the mid, we have ivy, vetiver, and moss. At the base, we have woody notes, myrrh, and patchouli. My main reason for really getting rid of this, or choosing Xerjoff Torino 21 over this, was mainly because it was one of those fragrances where I had a hard time finding a place for it in my collection. And what I mean by that is, just respraying it. It is super minty, very green, very fresh, uplifting, clean, but it's not, it's almost too unique, if that makes sense, or almost maybe the better word is too polarizing, where the green from the vetiver, the moss, like that earthiness really comes through. I mean, I just sprayed this again on my hand, and within 5, 10, 15 seconds, I can already smell that mossy, like almost, what was the word? Like the smoky kind of vetiver that comes through that ties in with the mint. And the orange blossom does a little to help with like that freshness. But overall, I would describe this more as a herbal green aromatic rather than like a refreshing summertime citrus fragrance. Granted, they don't advertise it as being a summertime freshy, citrus bomb. They take more of it's not a beach fragrance in the sense where it does all those citrus bomb kind of esque things, but it's more of like you're at like a remote island, and you're surrounded by, like, right behind you, like almost like Lost, where it's like right behind you there's just nothing but the forest, and in front of you you're just at the beach, right? And it reminds me of that kind of earthiness and that kind of depth, and it is polarizing in my opinion, because in the summertime, when I want to wear something very uplifting, very fresh, I could never reach for this, or when I had the full bottle, I could never reach for it. But also, in the fall and the winter when it was a little colder out, I also couldn't reach for this because it's not, for me personally, something I wanted to wear during the colder months. I think it really shined in the spring, but even then, right, like, for where I live, I love wearing BDK, like my Gris Charnel Extrait or Aaron Terenceau's Notorious, which I just made a video about. even depending on how cold or how warm it can get. Aaron Terrence used onyx. I would wear that in the spring if it's like a colder spring day. But with this, it was almost too unique, too polarizing, where I felt, on my skin at least, it didn't give me the effect that I wanted, and it didn't give me the scent that I craved for the times that I thought I would want to wear this fragrance. I do think it's a 8 out of 10, like a beautiful fragrance. The presentation is beautiful. The bottles themselves, like I'm sure if you guys haven't seen the bottle, highly recommend you looking it up where someone has a full bottle. I'll go over some of the Amouage fragrances I have in another video when it comes to those seasons. But yeah, Beach Hut Man, the presentation, the bottle, everything is so beautiful. The scent, the quality of the scent is amazing. But again, it's kind of one of those things where for me, I couldn't find myself wearing it in most occasions. And I believe I said the same thing about Adonis's Argos Awakens. For the time being, this decant is pretty much all I really need. But I do want to get another bottle and try to make it work again. I'm finding that some certain fragrances that I gave away or got rid of, I'm kind of craving to get them back. And one of those is actually Marc-Antoine Bourreau. I'm so sorry for butchering that. Marc-Antoine Bourreau Ganymede. I had a full bottle. I didn't really like it that much, but I didn't give it its fair shot, to be honest. So I think I'm either gonna pull the trigger and get the 100 ml, or I might just be responsible and get the 30 ml. But I digress. All these thoughts and all these opinions are my own. I don't expect you guys to, I hope you don't get influenced by my opinions and what I think. I would always encourage you guys to test it and, try it for yourself, try it on your skin, because that's what fragrances are for. It's for us, it's for the wearer, and we're all not going to like the same thing. We're all going to have our opinions. I hope that you please take these with a grain of salt. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a good rest of your day. Stay safe, and God bless.